my hero, Johnny Cash.
Yep.
My name is Kyle. But my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to mom and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him because he run ahead, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named him Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. But some guy would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Yeah. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. I rode from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonkin' bars and kill that man to give me that awful name. It was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing studs, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from the one I pictured that my mother had. I knew the scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and he was gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you gonna die!" Yeah, that's what I told him. Yeah. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and he bit off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his cheek, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking in the couch in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and then I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Yeah. So now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. Yeah, what I do? Well, what could I do? I got it all chucked up. I threw down my gun, I called him a phone, and he called me a son. I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue.